Hello, and thank you for joining us today. We are talking about the writing on the wall. We're going to go through a quick review to see the writing on the wall that we have looked at so far. We're working out of Deuteronomy 32, verse 32. This is the vine of the last days. They have built their own vine. For their vine, of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. Their vine is a two-part vine. The vine of the last days. The people have become the branches in their own vine, and they have produced much fruit while in their vine. Their vine has two parts. For their vine, of the vine of Sodom. The vine of Sodom is the physical wires, the electrical wires, the wires that carry the electricity. They're actually called hot. Those wires surround us. We abide in that vine. That part of the vine is the vine of Sodom. The other part of the fields of Gomorrah, the electromagnetic fields that we have manipulated to carry our signals, Wi-Fi, microwave, radio waves, all those are the fields of Gomorrah. That is part of the vine of the last days. Those two things. Their vine is of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. The writing is on the wall. We have seen the writing on the wall, and it testifies against this vine, against the vine of the last days. The writing on the wall, as you find in Daniel chapter 5, verse 25, 26, this, the interpretation of the thing. Mene, God hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. That is the interpretation of the first part of the writing on the wall. The writing on the wall actually says, Mene, tekel, upperson. That is translated numbered, weighed, divided. The Bible is numbered. Our kingdom is numbered. And as we look at it, we see that the Bible is also numbered. It is numbered in Strong's exhaustive concordance. And the Strong's concordance has numbered every single root word of the Bible so that we can look it up and investigate. Now, when we look at these two numbers, the Bible, as I said, the entire Bible is numbered. The Old Testament is designated as an H number because it's written in Hebrew and a little bit of Aramaic. The entire Old Testament has a set of numbers, H numbers. Then the entire New Testament also has a set of numbers, and they are designated with a G. So the Bible itself is numbered. It is numbered twice. And if you compare those two numbers on certain words, you see the writing on the wall. Now, as we compare the writing on the wall, which says, Mene, God hath numbered thy kingdom. So we look up the word number, the word numbered in the Strong's Concordance. And if we look up the other word that has a G and compare those two numbers, we will see that the word numbered from the writing on the wall that says thy kingdom is numbered, that word numbered is numbered with the word spoken. The word spoken for God speaking, God pouring forth his word through his prophets, and that actually became the Bible. So the word numbered is numbered with spoken, with what turns out to be the word reo, which is spoken, poured out. So the word numbered is numbered with the word for God speaking through his prophets. So is God speaking through his prophets to our generation with the writing on the wall? And we see that yes, it appears that he is. As we look at the next part of the writing on the wall, this, the interpretation of the thing, Mene, God hath numbered thy kingdom and finished it. Tekel, thou art weighed in the balances and found wanting. So if we do the same thing that we just did with numbered, see, we compared the two numbers, and numbers was numbered with spoken, as in God speaking through his prophets. So if we do that very same thing and we do it with the word wanting, it said that we are weighed in the balances and found wanting. So if we do that same thing with the word wanting, what do we get? We get the word flood. We get the word that is translated flood, and that is exactly what has happened in this day and age. This day and age flooded. The fields of Gomorrah have flooded this place with microwaves, radio waves, waves of all kind. This kingdom is flooded. That is how they are weighed in the balances and found wanting. The vine of Sodom is how they are found wanting, and that has produced waves upon waves. And the fields of Gomorrah, they are found wanting, numbered with the word flood. So go back to the vine, their vine, of the vine of Sodom and of the fields of Gomorrah. So what we are saying is that the electromagnetic fields and the electricity is their vine. And if we look at it, Let's do the same thing with the word Gomorrah. Let's compare the numbers for the word Gomorrah. What do we get? If we compare the number for Gomorrah, the number for the Greek word Gomorrah, let me be clear, the Greek word Gomorrah, and we compare it to the number from the Old Testament, you get wave. That's right. If you compare the word Gomorrah with the number from the Old Testament, the corresponding H number, you get wave. It is G1116 and H1116. The word wave occurs one time. It is high place, heights, and wave. That is what we see around us too. The waves, the fields of Gomorrah. This is the writing on the wall, and it continues to testify against the vine of Sodom. Now, when we tried the same thing with the Hebrew word, the modern Hebrew word for electricity is chashmal. And when we look at it and we understand that electricity, when the electricity flows through the wire, it produces a wave. It propagates a wave. And that is what's happening in our antennas, is we're just running electricity through them and propagating waves and manipulating them and encoding our data into them. So if we do the same thing that we just did with numbered and saw that it's spoken of God speaking, if we do the same thing that we just did with Gomorrah, which we saw was wave, and we do the same thing with the modern Hebrew word for electricity, which is chashmal, if we do that very same thing, we get the words raging wave. So we see a pattern start to appear that testifies against this day. The electricity is actually producing the raging wave, the fields of Gomorrah. The writing is on the wall for our time, for their vine, of the vine of Sodom, and of the fields of Gomorrah. And the writing on the wall testifies of this. It testifies of this for our generation. You can look it up yourself. You don't need to watch these videos. You can do it yourself. It's there for all to see. You can look it up. Compare the words to what the numbers say and compare them to what your eyes see around us. This is the last day. The writing is on the wall for this generation. Yeshua is coming. That is the name of my website. Please check out all my videos on yeshuaiscoming.com, on my other website, signoffire.com, or on this YouTube channel. Please like this video and subscribe to see all of them. Until next time, thank you for watching.